What is going on, wonderful people of YouTube? My name is KrysticMusic, and welcome back to the channel. And if you're new, welcome. I'm glad to have you. Today, we're going to talk about what DJ controllers to buy when you're just starting out and you're on a budget. So it's affordable DJ controllers. I wouldn't worry too much about, speakers and lights, like getting the best equipment out there. Just, start small, and then as you progress, as you DJ over the months, over the years, your equipment's gonna go up with you. So don't even worry about starting out getting the best and most expensive equipment ever. And maybe I'll do like a speakers and lights video next after this one, but I made this one because everybody wanted to know what DJ controller to get. I'm gonna give you three, in my opinion, the best and most affordable DJ controllers, and then I'm gonna give you two of mine that I personally used and have the most experience with at the end of the video. So here we go. The first one that I recommend right out the gate, no BS, is the Pioneer Ddj Rb2. I'm gonna show you on the screen right now what it looks like, and the outputs are right here too. If you have never owned a DJ controller, this is the one that I would recommend buying. If I knew about it at the time, I would have bought it, but I was just a kid excited to get his first DJ controller. So that's why I'm making this video. But yeah, I have a very good friend who has one of these. He's just starting out. I recommended it to him too, and he loves it. I tried to contact him so I can put it in the video, but it didn't work out quite well, so I'm doing it anyways. But it is an amazing piece of equipment. It's lightweight, but it's not gonna break. It's just an all-around good controller for beginners, and it runs about $250 to $270, just depending on where you get it. You might even find it cheaper somewhere, which is a really good price for a DJ controller, especially nowadays. So that is the first one. The second one is the Ddj Rb2, and it's basically the same thing as the SB2. That's why I put it on this list. It's just, there's different look to it, different feel. I'll put pictures on the screen with the line inputs and the main DJ controller itself. I have no one who has this, but I've heard great things about it online and with reviews. Great starter DJ controller, and as you can see here, it's $249 retail, and you can probably get it for cheaper somewhere. This is the first website that I got it. This is the first website that I came across, so that's that. It doesn't have that many line inputs and outputs, but it'll get the job done if you're just starting out, especially if you don't have like a great big speaker setup, like subs and PAs all over the place. So it's a great one for the beginning. And this next one is my personal favorite because it was my first DJ controller, and there's a special place in my heart for this controller. It is the best controller ever in the world. That's right. No, I'm just kidding. It's not the best controller, but it is to me. I didn't put this as number one because it's hard to find nowadays because it's so old. But if you do come across it, I'll put a link in the description on where I found it. It's like it runs for $240 to $250 to $300. It just depends on where you get it. The prices are all over the place. You can find them used for cheap, and it's a great piece of hardware. But without further ado, this beast of a controller, the VMS 4.1. This thing, look at me. Look how big this thing is. It is so heavy too. It is a rock. It is rock solid. And I'm gonna put the picture up on the screen, and I'm gonna put the line inputs. And the thing that I loved about this DJ controller, look at all the outputs and inputs. Are you insane? Like, this is crazy. Nowadays they only have like one output, and it's like the RC red and white cables, but this one went above and beyond with the outputs, and I could just, it was amazing. So I'm gonna put a couple videos and a couple pictures here and there so you can see how it performs and how it looks, how it lights up, stuff like that. But yeah, this is my favorite controller because it was my first. But it's affordable. I know it's not gonna break. It still hasn't broken. You can still use it, and the specifications on it, it has four channels, so you can switch between the channels, and it doesn't just have 4 channels, but it has 4 faders, and it feels like a beast. It's not gonna break. Like, I've used this, I'm gonna say I used it for about 3 years back when I first started, and then I took it to like 3 gigs or so. I used it only once with the setup that I have now, like my lights and PAs and subs and stuff, and then after that I got my Pioneer Ddj Sr. So that's pretty much it for the affordable DJ controllers that I think are the best quality that will get you started and will get the job done. Right now, what you're wondering, and what's in most of my videos, is the Pioneer Ddj Sr, which is like the little brother to the Pioneer Ddj SX, because that has 4 channels, 4 faders. I mean, the Pioneer Ddj Sr has 4 channels, but it doesn't have 4 faders. You get what I'm saying? And if you notice, for my first gig, I didn't really have that much lights. I just used speakers from around the house, And then, you know, I bought speakers off of Amazon that were cheap, but they worked. So yeah, I put those videos in to also show you that you don't have to have the best equipment when you're starting out. Because if you saw my first video that I put up on screen, and then the last video I put up on screen, that's pretty much my setup now with, you know, the lighting and stuff like that. So that's pretty much all I have for today, guys. If you want to check out the products themselves, the DJ controllers, I'll put the links in the description so you can check them out. If you want, you can buy them. But yeah, thanks so much for tuning in. Like the video if you liked it, subscribe if you want. I'll see y'all tomorrow, and I'm out. Peace.